We all know about the rise of poverty, obesity, pollution and climate change, and congestion on the roads.
Lethbridge has an opportunity to alleviate all these problems before they become a crisis by expanding and improving the current transit system.
Because a lot of people, especially with lower income, depend on it.
We obviously cannot rely on everyone to have a personal vehicle to get around. It's just not economically and especially not environmentally sustainable.
There are many benefits to using public transit,
Such as a healthier lifestyle and getting to know other members of your community.
Working with transit and biking in that sense has made it easier for you to be healthy.
Having effective transit here in Lethbridge is important because it keeps your community tightened together.
I depend on the bus, yeah. I depend on the bus.
I'm heavily dependent on the bus.
So would you say that you depend on the bus?
Yep.
I depend on the bus.
I depend on the bus.
Okay, well, what time?
We take this one. It leaves every hour from downtown.
It's Good Friday.
There goes grocery shopping.
I have to work this Friday and I have no way of getting downtown.
Lethbridge is getting to be a big city, and we're still trying to offer small town service.
I worked on January 1st and there are no buses running on January 1st and I had to take a taxi.
There weren't buses that went even as late as stores were open on Sunday.
If you take the Greyhound from Calgary or somewhere else and you get into town on a Sunday night and you can't get home.
For me to get home after college class, I have to wait 45 minutes for the next bus, and it takes me close to 2 hours to get home.
The library here on campus is open later on weekends than the bus service actually goes on.
There is the political will to improve our transit system, but not the money.
So, a transit system is an integral part of the sort of sustainable, vital community that I want Lethbridge to be.
If we had more money, obviously we'd be providing more frequent service. We would be providing service at hours of we don't operate right now.
Because you don't want a system in which is perceived that it's only for the people who can't afford a car.
For me, taking the bus is a choice.
I have an automobile, but I make a point of taking the transit system when I can.
I'm probably not dependent on the bus. It's a choice.
So we certainly have a car, I have the option, but mostly it's environmental reasons.
One of the things we're looking at is different alternative forms of fueling.
Definitely need to have service on statutory holidays.
It doesn't have to run right until bars close, but at very least until 1 or 1:30 in the morning, and that way people could get home from the bars like in every other city.
Have it go at least till 11 on Sundays.
In order to really be viable as a transportation service that people can use regularly, it really needs to be every 15 minutes. And it can't take you half an hour to get somewhere that it takes you 5 minutes to drive to.
Once you get more of those people using the transit, you have enough revenue that you can increase the frequency of the bus service.
People will ride the buses if they're going to serve their needs.
And so our biggest challenge is to have public transit seen as a real alternative in this community. And I think we can get there.
I think we need to have maybe an advertising campaign or something to encourage people who have cars to use the bus. Expansion of public transit in Lethbridge would provide adequate transportation to those who need it.
Encourage everyone to use transit more often. Reduce carbon emissions.
Reduce traffic and congestion.
Encourage people to live healthier lifestyles.
Help to create connections within the community.